Hi there folks, and welcome to One Stop Trivia, the new name for quarantine trivia. The name's changed, everything else is pretty much the same, so welcome to another short round. I thought with the change in branding, I thought we'd try something slightly different on this round. Do some questions that I absolutely love. Basically, these are going to be big point questions, so all of these have got multiple answers. Okay, so these will give you lots of chances for thinking, working stuff out, and probably guessing a few of them as well. But always the chance for big points. I think the lowest scoring one is 4 points. Some of them are up to about 10 or 11 points. Okay, so let's get started. So question number one. Name the 7 James Bond films which have a title consisting of only one word. Okay, so there are 7 Bond films out of, I think it's about 25, where the title of the film is just a single word. So I want you to name all, or at least as many of them as you can. Okay, so you get a point for each of these. Give you a little bit of time, because these are thinkers. These will keep you going for a bit. Okay, so hope your Bond knowledge is pretty good on this one. Tell you what, so the video doesn't run over too long, I'll go on with the questions, but if you need any extra time, just pause the video as many times as you want, and hopefully doesn't take you too long, but if you need a bit of extra time, just pause the video and then move on. But in the meantime, I'll move on to question number 2. Name the 7 countries which share a border with Iran. Okay, so moving from James Bond onto the Middle East, where I'm sure Bond spent a fair bit of time, but we want these 7 countries which share a border with Iran. So I hope your geography knowledge is up to scratch on this. Perfectly honest, geography is not my strongest suit, so I'd maybe get a couple of these if I was lucky, but if your knowledge is up there, you should do well. Okay, so name the 7 countries which share a border with Iran. Okay, so we'll see about moving on to question number 3 now. Question 3. Brad Pitt has appeared in 7 movies with a number in the title. Name them. And just to confirm, these are roles that he has physically appeared in a credited role. Okay, so no movies where he's just provided a voice for an animation, or he's not actually been credited as having appeared in it. I think he's done a few sort of little roles like that to help people out. So 7 movies that Brad Pitt has appeared in with a number in the title. How many can you name? Some of them are easy, some of them are a bit more difficult. Not the obvious choices. Again, while I'm waiting for you answering these, I hope there's some nice background music playing, because I can't hear anything. Okay, I'll move on to question 4, but if you need a bit more time, just give it a pause, okay? Question number 4. Name the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Okay, so the 7 wonders of the ancient world. You should all know, at least one, maybe a couple, but there are 7 of them. How many can you name? Okay, so again, if you need a bit more time, just pause it. Otherwise, question number 5. Which 8 teams have won the Men's Football World Cup? Okay, so since it started in 1930, only 8 teams have won the World Cup for the men's football. Who are those teams, or who are those countries? Again, some of them are a little bit more obvious than others. Okay, question number 6. Which 4 countries have won the Women's Football World Cup? Okay, so the Women's Football World Cup hasn't been going on anywhere nearly as long. I think it's about 20 or 30 odd years. In that time, 4 countries have won it. Can you name those countries? Okay, question number 7. What are the names of the 4 main child characters in South Park? Okay, so long-running TV show there. It's been 20 plus years now, I think. It's quite surprising given, the content of it. But what are the name of the 4 main child characters? And for the full points on each of them, we'd like the full name. If you get just say the first name or the last name, we'll give you the half point, but for the full point, you want the full name. Okay, and question number 8. Name the 12 animals used as signs of the Chinese zodiac. Okay, so you often hear this year is the year of the something, whichever animal it is. That's referring generally to the Chinese zodiac. So which 12 animals are used? I know which year I was born in. Obviously can't tell you at the moment. I think it's casting aspersions on my character. Not necessarily false, but it's a bit mean if you think about it. I'll tell you later when we go through the answers, okay? So name the 12 animals used as signs of the Chinese zodiac. And question number 9. Once you've got all those answers, or if you've paused and restarted. Question number 9. What were the name of the 4 Pevensey children in the Narnia books? Okay, so a very popular series of books starting with The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, where 4 children found their way into Narnia via said wardrobe. What were the names of those children, the first names? Okay, and question number 10, last one in the questions here. Name the 11 countries the Nile passes through. See, the Nile, one of the biggest rivers in the world, along with the Amazon, but at the moment we're looking at the Nile, passes through 11 countries. Okay, so what are those 11 countries? Obviously everyone should be able to get at least one. I think that's the famous one, but along with that one there are another 10, so name as many as you can. Okay, so give you a little bit more time, but I'd say though, if you need more time than I'm giving you, just say pause the video. You can go back over the questions if you need to, because it's all for fun. There's nothing at stake here, unless it's sort of bragging rights amongst your pals. But Yep, I think we're ready to go on to the answers in a moment. You just take all the time you need though. Before I go over the answers though, do my usual little bit. Up at the top left you'll see a URL called kidsneededucation.org. That is for a charity based here in Phnom Penh in Cambodia. It provides the only free primary school in the city, whereas pretty much all the other primary schools here are fee paying of some sort or other, and a lot of people can't afford to send their children to those schools. So this school provides basically everything, up to and including things like school uniforms for the children, so that they're able to get some form of education. Obviously very important to help people get out of poverty. So if you are able to make any kind of donation, even if it's just a very small one, a pound, $1, whatever you're able to do, if you're able to do so, you can make a donation via the URL kidsneededucation.org and accept donations via PayPal. And any donation that you can make is very much appreciated. It all goes a very long way. And just a quick note, the other URL up there is onestoptrivia.com. That's our new website. Got a dedicated website for the quiz now. So keep up to date all the quizzes, any other information, any other stuff going on. Please check us out there, okay? But that being said, I think what you all want now is the answers. So let's go over those. Question number 1 was name the 7 James Bond films which have a title consisting of only one word. Now, the answers to that are Octopussy, Moonraker, Thunderball, Goldeneye, Goldfinger, Skyfall, and Spectre. Okay, so a few of those coming in the last couple of years. So again, Octopussy, Moonraker, Thunderball, Goldeneye, Goldfinger, Skyfall, and Spectre. So how many of those did you get? Okay. Question number 2, name the 7 countries which share a border with Iran. Well, those are Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Azerbaijan, Turkey, Armenia, and Iraq. Okay, so I hope you did well in that one. As I say, I'd maybe have got a couple, but if you got all 7, very well done. So again, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Azerbaijan, Turkey, Armenia, and Iraq. Okay, question number 3. Brad Pitt has appeared in 7 movies with a number in the title. Name them. Say physical appearances with a credited role. So, 7, 12 Monkeys, 7 Years in Tibet, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, and 12 Years a Slave. So how many of those did you get? I think the Oceans ones are a bit easy, some of the other ones not so much. So 7, 12 Monkeys, 7 Years in Tibet, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, and 12 Years a Slave. Okay, question number 4. Name the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Be interested to see how many people got on these. So they are the Great Pyramid at Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the statue of Zeus at Olympia in Greece, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the Lighthouse of Alexandria in Egypt. Okay, so I hope everyone get the Great Pyramids, and I think a good chunk of people will get the Hanging Gardens. If you got the other ones, well done. If you didn't get necessarily the whole name, but if you got, if you were close, give yourself the point. So things like if you just got, let's say, the statue of Zeus or Temple of Artemis, but you didn't get the location, that's fine. Okay, so recap again: the Great Pyramid at Giza, Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, Greece, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, the Lighthouse of Alexandria in Egypt. And breathe. Okay, the next one was which 8 teams have won the Men's Football World Cup? So they are Brazil, Germany, Italy, Argentina, France, Uruguay, England, and Spain. Okay, so I think Brazil 5 times, Germany and Italy 4, Argentina, France and Uruguay 2 each, England and Spain 1 each. Please correct me if I'm wrong there, I'm doing that off the top of my head. But so again, Brazil, Germany, Italy, Argentina, France, Uruguay, England and Spain. So that is for the Men's World Cup. Now which 4 countries have won the Women's Football World Cup? Well, they are the United States, Germany, Japan and Norway. Obviously Germany the only one appearing on both lists there. I think the United States have won it 4 times, Germany twice, and Japan and Norway 1 each. Okay, so moving on, question number 7, the 4 main child characters in South Park. Well, they are Eric Cartman, Kyle Broflovsky, Stan Marsh, and Kenny McCormick. Okay, so again, if you got, say, just the first or last names on any of them, give yourself the half points for them. If you've got the full names, you get the full point. Okay, question number 8. The 12 animals used as signs of the Chinese zodiac. Well, they are the pig, the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, and dog. As I was saying during the question, one of those is me. Well, I am Year of the Pig. Now, being a bit of a big fella, that feels like a bit of a dig at me, but you know, these things were about before I was, so I'll let them off with it, okay? So again, pig, rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, and dog. Okay, so question number 9. What were the names of the 4 Pevensey children in the Narnia books? Well, they were Peter, Susan, Edmund and Lucy. Okay, so they were the 4 Pevensey children. There were other children got in later on in the series, or you know, chronologically earlier than them, but they weren't Pevenseys. These are the Pevensey children. They all became kings and queens of Narnia. Okay, and question number 10. Name the 11 countries the Nile passes through. So, how many did you get on these? Obviously Egypt being the big one, and then Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, South Sudan and Sudan. Okay, so that's about 20% of the countries in the whole of the continent of Africa, so I hope you certainly got a few of those. So again, Egypt, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, South Sudan and Sudan. So, tot up your scores, see how you did, find out if you did better than your pals, see who gets bragging rights. Pop your scores in the comments down below, let us know. As I say, I think that's out of about 71 points. Should probably have checked that before recording the video, but I think it's about 71. So 10 questions, big points available. So that's the end of the quiz. Thank you very much for taking part. Please like, share, follow and subscribe on social media, and you know what other options you have available. If you do that, you'll be able to keep up to date on our regularly updated trivia content. So you'll find us on Facebook at facebook.com/onestoptrivia, and you'll find us on YouTube here on our YouTube channel, and also, as I say, at onestoptrivia.com. So again, thank you very much for taking part, and goodbye.